All right, this is Hold the Rift. We're doing a market watch. It is November 25th, and we're looking at Origins displays. We're at 1800. This is a lot, and this is shipping from Canada. Holy cow! So yeah, boxes are at 1800, and we've got Cyber the Monday sales coming up. They're going to be 10% off. I can only see this price going up. The prices are crazy, and the second wave is on the way. Keep in mind, MSRP for these boxes is $120, and they're going for 300 each. So that's crazy. And we're going to start off with all the high-end cards. Kaisa signature going for about 3K. If you cross-check this with eBay, you're seeing 3,300. There's one 2200 available. If you want to try and snag that up, it's looking not bad. Then we'll take a look at Ari. Ari's sitting at 2K on TCG Player. There's only 4 listings until it gets up to 3. And then on eBay, we're not really seeing many listings other than graded ones and in Chinese. So, yeah, Kaisa, Ari, the chase signatures of the set. They're beautiful. Very powerful decks. Let's get into the rest of them. Lee Sin is about 650. There's only 6 listings. That's the crazy thing with all these signatures. The listings are so low. We'll take a look at Misfortune, 680 with 10 listings. This is pretty good. It jumps up to 1,000 after on the last 3 though. So yep, Misfortune. We've got Timo. We've got a Chinese version sitting at 300, and then a bunch 0% sellers. Here we go. So 560 is looking like the going rate for Timo signature. This was high, so this is actually down a fair bit. So not much hype for Timo. Then we've got Leona sitting at 580. This deck isn't really doing anything yet, so this seems justified. 500 for signatures seems like a great price though, considering these are 1 per 30 boxes. So these are quite rare. These might be a little undervalued. I don't know. Let me know what you think in the comments. But we've got set at 625, jumps up to 700 real quick. We've got 10 listings, 1 with pictures. Yeah, get your sets. Sets doing well. If you kept up with the tournaments this weekend, yeah. Got Jinx. Jinx isn't doing anything. She's sitting at 650. I mean, probably fan favorite here, but 650. Yasuo's sitting at 600. We've got 9 listings there. Volibear at 560. In my opinion, this is probably one of the better looking ones. In person, this thing looks insane. It's hyper rendered. It's beautiful. Yeah, I love this art. And again, 500 for a signature seems quite reasonable to me. Again, these are 1 per 30 boxes. We got Victor at 480. 0% seller though, so more like 520. Yep. Then we got Darius at 750. Pushing into 8 real quick. 8 listings. Getting while they're hot. Okay, we're going to take a look at the alt arts as well. We got Kaisa, the alt art sitting at 85, unless you want to take your chances with the 0% sellers. 85 for Kaisa. This alt art is awesome, and this card is so strong. We got alt art set sitting at about 35. This seems reasonable. It's a great card. Sick art. Fury runes are up to $38 each. I can't imagine trying to get a full rune deck of these at $30 to $40 each. So that is a lot. We've got mind runes sitting at 30 and 26 listings. Okay, not bad. Ari Inquisitive sitting at, we've got Chinese versions 27. I picked up one for 30 this weekend, so that's unfortunate. But beautiful card. Again, all of the art in here feels amazing. And then I can't remember the pull rates on alt arts, but I think there's only a few per box. So It's hard to hit a lot of this stuff. We got Darius, High Noon over here at 27, 44 listings. There's a lot of these out there. Great card. Misfortune sitting at 25. This is kind of a one of. So yeah, you don't need it, but she looks good. Okay, we got Body Runes at 17, and then it jumps to 40. Oh wait, okay, it's just 40. We're sitting at 38 right there. Yeah, so Body Runes are up to 40. We've got the sale coming up. A lot of these prices might go up. Yeah, we've got Chaos Runes at 20s, 25-ish. The Calm Rune sitting at 20, 45 listings. There's a lot of those. I think Calm's probably not that popular. 34 listings, 20 bucks each on your order runes. Got Victor Leader going for 15. This is a solid one of. I think this card's really strong. And this, I think this art is slept on. I think it's surprisingly cool. I think at first glance, though, it's a little hard to look at sometimes. Okay, we got Red Volley sitting at $16. This guy's awesome. The art is amazing. I'm a big Volley fan, if you can't tell, but $16 seems pretty reasonable. We got Leona, Green Leona, $14. Yep, that's looking about right. Teemo Strategist sitting at 15. That is surprising. This card is not played at all. Until Hidden gets more support, this card's probably not going to be amazing, but it is $15 still. So we got some Teemo fans. Leave a comment if you're a Teemo fan. Here we go. Like me. Leona Determined. Yellow Leona. Altar Art sitting at 15. Very strong card. I'm feeling a theme right now. A lot of the average cards are going for 15, and if it's playable, it's going for about 30, unless your Kaiser are set. We got Yellow Set sitting about 30. We got Yellow Darius. This card sees no play, and it's at 20. That's crazy. There's a lot of listings. 41. Teemo Scout sitting at about 10 bucks. This also looks good in person. Anyways, Yasuo at $11 for the alt art. This actually doesn't seem terrible. It's got ganking and the extra point for moving. I think as they print more move cards, this card only gets better and better. So this might be a sleeper pickup, and it's on the down, so that's good. Okay, we got Ari Alluring. I think this card's price is going to struggle because there's other versions of Ari. The promotional card might be more of the chase here. This one's sitting at 10 bucks. That seems pretty reasonable for a one of. Let's see. Lee Sin. This Lee Sin, green Lee Sin, is cool, but not much love. We're sitting at $9. Looks like both Lee Sins are not popular. Lee Sin sitting at $9 here, $8. Yep. Let's take a look at Jinx. Jinx, another card that's just not seeing any play. 10 bucks. The card's strong. This Yasuo is just so slow. And probably not played quite yet. $9. We've got Orange Volley. This guy, I am a little confused because this is a popular card for Misfortune and the Volley deck. And it only gets better as ramp gets better. This is a good Aurora card. This is a shocking price in my opinion here. Orange Volley might be a good pickup. We've got Jinx Rebel. This card's unique. Another thing where as there's more discard cards, this card gets better and better. So not a bad pickup if you want your set for less than 20 bucks, you know. Okay, we got Purple Misfortune, $7. This is a very aggressive card, and could be very good, but it's not the right spot right now. So that's $7. Then we've got Blue Kaisa, which is just much worse than Red Kaisa, $7. And our last alternate art, Victor, sitting at about $5. I think this card is good, but it is kind of a one of. You're only going to play it as your leader. I don't see you playing it outside of that. Okay, so we went over cases. Let's take a peek at the epics. We got these in order. Time Warp is up to 100, which is insane. It is kind of a 3 of, 2 of in a lot of cases, and it's going in, you know, 2 of the top 2 decks, 2 of the top 3 decks. Sorry, wow. That being Ari and Kaisa. Taking an extra turn is powerful in literally any game. Deadbloom Predator, this card is essential for your Aurora decks and a great closer for orange decks, sitting at 93. Showstopper, the infamous Showstopper as of this weekend, is sitting at $84, 85. That is a lot for a signature spell, but these signature spells look amazing in person. Actually, I mean, I know I keep saying this, but all of these cards are beautiful. The card stock's thick, and it gives me hope for foil cards, because in a lot of other games your foils bend real quick, but I think with this thicker card stock things might turn out a little bit better. Okay, you got Kaisa Survivor at 80. That is a lot. The alt art is not much more at this rate, so you might as well be picking up your alt arts. This price jumps up. It's a good call out. We got White Flame Protector, 72. This card is surprisingly strong. I think people were hitting on it, but after playing in the event this weekend, I'm seeing that the value of this card really just lets you trade units up, which is so strong and really lets you take over battlefields after you've lost them. Great comeback card. You got Aurora at 70. I think Aurora was this boogeyman card, and now it's being dethroned already. So I think Aurora is still a good card, but the price is on the decline. $70 for that. Cathian Rain, 70. This is interesting because this is a one of, sometimes 2 of. 68, 65, quickly into $69 there. We've got Seal of Unity. This is the only 3 of Seal at the moment, I believe, in the Darius deck. I think it makes it hard to put together this Darius deck because you need 3 seals, and they're about $60 each now. Yeah, so that's probably not your worst pickup here for 58s, 60s. Again, all these cards, though, if you do not need them for a deck, I don't know if I would be picking them up. I could see these prices coming down a lot depending on how much they print for the second wave, this infamous second wave. Hopefully it helps out a lot with these prices, because $48 for a inverted timelines is crazy. This card isn't even really seeing play. You got Baited Hooks at 40, Zenith Blades 37 on your market price. Let's see if that's coming down at all, because this is not a card that's played. Yeah, 33, that's good. Let's see, Hooks coming down. It's gotten no showings, so yeah, we're down to 41, 42 on Hooks. Seal of Rage, we're looking at 43, not bad. Set Brawlers are 29, not bad. Seal of Strength, this is going to be, I've noticed in my set testing, if you can get a seal down early, it's a lot of value. This is down to 17. Okay, the seals are coming down if they're not played. Bullet Time, this card is insane. Oh my gosh. I think it makes Misfortune very scary and hard to play against. Okay, we've got 26 on the Bullet Time. Divine Judgment, a new kind of techie card for set potentially. Divine Judgmenting away people's boards is strong. We've got that at 26, 27, 28-ish. 28, 29. Quickly creeps into 30. You got your Super Mega Death Rocket. I mean, that card is a great card, but I don't know why some of these prices are so high. Seal of Insight could be good going into next set. Guerrilla Warfare is a beautiful card, very powerful, but it's not a 3 of. We've got Seal of Discords up to, market price of 20s. Ari kind of popped off this weekend. I saw a lot of it. You got that sitting at 20. More Seals, Mystic Reversal, Firefox. I'm gonna skip over some of this. Some of these cards are expensive, I think, just because things are in short demand. Notably, Immortal Phoenix, which has done nothing. Also, another very expensive card at $15. Yeah, we got Noxious Guillotine. Set. We've got Yi-Honed. Proving Grounds cards are very expensive as well. Stormbringer, great card, 13s. Yeah. So looks like your epics are going for at least $10 unless you pull some of the bad ones like Jinx or Yasuo, Possession, Green Leona, Red Volley, and your Yasuo and your Lee Sin signature spells. Let's take a peek at the rares real quick. We got our big rares, Zonia's. For some reason, the Blademaster Yi, I know Proving Grounds is hard to come by, but I would struggle to be buying these individually. I just got my Proving Grounds shipment in today from Riot, so hopefully you guys got yours, and then these prices will come down because this is unreasonable. We got Zonia's, very expensive. Kiana, Falling Star, Darius, these are all key cards. Let's just take a peek at the prices here. The Chinese, a lot of Chinese versions, you got to watch out on those lowest prices. So we got 13 on Zonia's, 12 on Kiana, 13 on Falling Star. Darius is at, wow, a lot of Chinese copies here. 13 as well. Mundo, very good card, at 9. Yeah, so a lot of the rares are up there. Let's jump into the uncommons because there's some shocking cards here. Stack Deck, Retreat, and Sprite Mother are up there for commons, or for uncommons. We've got Stack Decks at $6, which is insane. Offload those. If you got extras. Retreat at 5, very strong card, but again, 5 for an uncommon is a lot. $4 for Sprite Mothers. And then let's take a peek at the commons. I think the notable stuff is that Proving Grounds cards are expensive. Flash is going for a lot. You can only get it in the Annie deck, and it's a amazing card. The Annie deck is doing it some work. Defies are almost $1. Ride the Winds, almost $1 as well. Blast of Power at 2. Yeah, so overall, the market is up. The cards are high. This is good for people who've gotten product early, but bad for everybody else. Very curious to see what happens as the next sets come out. But yeah, buy wisely. We've got the sale coming up for Cyber Week, which should be very exciting, and I think prices are only going to get higher until we get that second wave, and hopefully they print enough there. Otherwise, this has been Hold the Rift. Till next time, peace.